Well, it is officially almost spring, and with that comes garden. You know, I bought a 1982 Troy-built tiller, one of the horses. It was used, very used. It's a year older than me, so it's very, very used. And with that, I knew that it was going to need some work. I had fully intended to get it worked on earlier this year, or even over the winter so that it would be ready, but did not get that done. And with that, now we are back with the little 5 horsepower front tine tiller going through this garden. Last year, I had somebody that came and they turned everything over with their tractor and a tiller behind it. Little small Kubota tractor. It didn't really turn very deep, and I wound up having to go back over it because it sat for almost 2 months after they tilled it before we put anything in the ground. This year, however, we are getting more on top of it. I've already got stuff started in the greenhouse. You've seen some of that in some of the shorts that I've posted. And now we have to get everything ready so that we can get things in the ground. So this week, we will be getting some flowers in the ground that my wife wants to have some cut flowers. We will be getting peas in the ground, onions. We've got broccoli started, cauliflower started. So we'll check in on those and see if they're ready to transplant. But this 40-foot by 100-foot garden that you can see here, 40-foot by 100-foot, got us surrounded in this fiber wire. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to check everything, but I will probably wind up having to restring this. I'll just buy a new roll. I've got some that's left, but I'm not sure how well it holds up over the winter. And this worked so well last year with the deer that I'm going to go ahead and make sure that we're ready to go. Do need to figure out something a little bit easier for the gate, because it was hard for my wife and daughters to get in and out last year. So we're going to definitely have to work on that. But we did 2 passes. This is a 24-inch tine, front tine tiller. I've already got it covered for the night, just in case we get any moisture over the night. Not supposed to be dry, but just in case. But 100 feet long, and we did a pass down and back, another pass down and back, and that was about 1.5 hours. I think last year, all told, it was about 9 hours to get this totally ready. But if I do that again, so 1.5 hours, another roughly 1.5 hours here to get this done, and then we've got probably 3-4 hours to get that done if I don't get that Troy-built horse up and running so that it'll chew through this hopefully a lot quicker, a lot easier. But glad you guys are along for the ride for 2024's garden season. I know for me, since we moved back here from Orlando, having a garden like I did as a kid was one of those things that we knew, just with the times of everything that's going on, it was going to make it a whole lot easier. When you've got 3 kids, yourself, your wife, single income family, that you want to make sure that you stretch every dollar that you get. Luckily for me, I help a lot of people retire. And with doing that's a good income that happens for us, but we don't take it for granted. We want to make sure that we're preparing, that in case something happened, if we had an interruption in food, that we've got plenty of ability to be able to pull from what we're harvesting from the earth. That is one of the things that we've worked on more. When we were in Orlando during COVID, that was one of the scariest things when they started to limit what food people could get. I didn't understand it. I still don't understand it, because when we would volunteer at the food banks, there was tons of food that was donated, that was left, that was never sold at the grocery stores, and it was the things that they were limiting. However, this garden, this year we're going to focus a lot more on our ability to can and put stuff back, and that way we'll be ready. Now this is that Troy-built horse. A couple things that I know that I still have to do on this is the depth adjuster. The screw here that holds that was totally seized. I'm going to have to back that out Probably drill it and then tap it. The muffler obviously is no longer muffling. I did get the ring broke loose here that helps hold that on, but it's no longer really doing anything. Did put a new carburetor on this, just a cheap Chinese carburetor with that. And the biggest issue that I'm having, I'm able to get forward and reverse. I've got the new tires on here that are mounted, so forward and reverse no problem, but my tines are not. They're kind of engaging, but it just sounds awful when they do. So my guess is when I tear this apart this weekend, I'm going to find a lot of sheared or worn gears, and I've got to look up the parts so that I can have everything hopefully on hand and ready to repair that. So until next time, hope you guys have a great night, an awesome tomorrow, and enjoy your homestead.